Happy Sunday. For those of the Christian faith, happy Easter. This is a season of faith, a season of spirituality. I'm going to probably mispronounce some things, so I'm sorry. So for the Christians, right now it's Easter. For the Hindu, they just celebrated, I'm going to mispronounce it, and I'm sorry, please forgive me. I think it's pronounced Holi, Holi. It's a festival of color and light. Muslims are in the midst of Ramadan for, I think, another week, which is a month of prayer and fasting. And for those of the Jewish faith, we're approaching Passover in a couple of weeks. So there's a lot going on. It is indeed a season of faith. My question to you, and I want you to think about this. Are you living the life God intended you to live? Or are you living the life that you want to live? Are you feeding your soul? Or are you feeding your ego? I know, it's interesting. It's a big question. Are you consumed with immediate gratification? Are you consumed with having the big house, a certain kind of car, money, 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 having designer clothes, designer shoes, taking, trips to certain places, having certain kind of friends, having the job with the title that's important to you? Is that what you're focused on? Because that is feeding your ego. Totally and completely, that is feeding your ego. Are you good to your kids? I don't mean putting food on the table. I mean, do you have a good relationship? Do you know your child? Do you know their best friends? What they're scared, what they're scared of, what worries them, what makes their heart smile? How much do you know about your own child? You would be surprised, the people that say, I don't know. I will ask parents, what's your child's favorite color? And they'll give a color that their child liked 5 years ago. And it's like, no. How do you treat your spouse, your coworker, your neighbor, people you work with, people that are in your building? How do you treat others? Now this is just Brenda 101. I feel we have been put on this earth to lift each other up, to encourage each other, to nurture each other as we go through our own trials and tribulations. And Lord knows we all go through it. You learn the life lessons, hopefully. Share your story with others to lift them up, to give them encouragement so that they know, okay, this is what they did to get through this. Maybe I can use some of those strategies. Share the tools of survival. Lift each other up. Are you teaching your children hate, prejudice, bigotry? Do you live a life of hate, prejudice, and bigotry? Are you caught up resenting, hating, judging people of different faiths, different races, different cultures, different religions, people that speak a different language? How do you handle those situations? Are you resentful, hateful? If you have a neighbor or somebody you work with, or maybe they're in your church or synagogue, whatever, and they're a different culture, they don't speak English very well, they speak a different language, how do you treat them? Would you welcome them into your home? Would you go visit their home? Would you allow your child to play with their child? Would you allow their child to come to your home? Be honest with yourself. Be honest. Because a lot of people would say, yeah, no, I'm not comfortable with that. Ask yourself why. If you went to visit their country, you would speak a different language. Would you want to be treated the way you're treating them? I know, it's a different story. Think about it. Are you living your authentic life, the life God wanted you to live? Are you a good soul who helps people? Are you there in time of need for others? Maybe you don't care for certain professions. I know a lot of people don't care for attorneys. They don't care for politicians. They don't care for military or law enforcement or whatever. Okay. But when you encounter them in the public, are you courteous? You should be. They're doing a job. This is their job. They're doing their job. God willing, they're doing it well. When somebody in one of these professions passes, how do you treat their family? How do you treat their kids? How do you teach your children to behave toward their children? You call them names. Children have no control over being born into a family. They have no control over the culture they're born into, the country they're born into, the color of their skin, what their parents do for a living, where they live, the type of house they have. Children are just plopped down into this. And adults treat them horribly. And you teach children, your children, to treat other people horribly. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't want people treating your child like that. What goes around comes around. Come on. Be fair. Treat each other with dignity and respect. If somebody is a different culture, a different heritage, a different religion, nobody's trying to convince you to go along with what they do. Just be polite. That's it. Just be nice. They're not expecting you to jump over to their way of life. Just be polite. Be accepting. Accept people for who they are, not who you want them to be. I will shout that until the day I die. Accept people, accept children for who they are, not who you want them to be. We want people to accept us for who we are, not to try to change you. Well, extend that courtesy to them. Just accept them for who they are. You may not like them. You may not agree with them. That's okay. Nobody's asking you to. Just be polite, accept them for who they are, and let it go. Agree to disagree. Right now, political tensions are high. Global issues are crazy. Accept people for who they are. Just because they disagree with you, they have the right to disagree. Or as I like to say, everybody has a right to be wrong. Let it go. Let it go. Pick your battles. Life is too short to be negative and nasty and full of hate and misery, bigotry, prejudice, judgment, vengefulness. Where's that going to get you in the long run? It's not. One last thing. How do you treat yourself? We have one body. When a baby is born, those are original parts. That brain has to last them an entire lifetime. Those lungs have to last them an entire lifetime. That pancreas, that liver, an entire lifetime. Are you teaching your children healthy habits? Are you living a healthy life? Because like I said, these are original parts. With modern medicine, modern science, we can expect to live at least 100 years. I'm going to be 65 in a few months. Honest to God, I plan to live another 40 years, and I will look good. I will feel good. My mind will be sharp. I will be self-sufficient. Absolutely. Because I take care of myself. I eat decent. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I eat decent. I take care of myself. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. I mean, maybe once a year, maybe. That's just a me thing. I don't drink sodas, or I don't, use processed sugars, a lot of sweets or anything like that. I eat a healthy diet. I drink lots of water. You have to drink lots of water. Not coffee, not tea, not booze, not soda, water. Water rinses. That's the best way to explain it. It goes through your system and kind of rinses all the toxins out. Very simple. If you're not drinking water and you're drinking soda and tea and coffee and booze, you're just rinsing everything through with dirty water. It's like washing your clothes in dirty water and expecting them to be clean and last. They're not going to. So think about what you're doing. Do you practice self-care? Every day, try to find 30 minutes just for some me time, to meditate, to read a book, to listen to music that you like, to work out in the gym. Something that makes your heart smile. 30 minutes. Fridays, I try to post the video, the self-care video, reminding people for the weekend, please practice self-care. The weekend is a time to rest, relax, and rejuvenate. Recharge your battery. Teach your children about self-care. Good eating habits, to exercise. Step away from the Xbox and the games. Get outside, fresh air, sports. There's more to life than video games. Don't teach your child to be a couch potato. I know people who have kids that are in high school, and because the parents were not athletic, they were kind of the geeky, nerdy type. They never stressed the importance of athletics to their kids. And now their kids are expected to perform in physical education class, and they can't. A lot of that goes back to the parent. And you'll talk to them and they'll say, well, I just didn't think it was important. I never liked it. Maybe your child would. Support your child. Give your child options. Teach them healthy habits. That's it. Teach your child self-care. End of the day, before they go to bed, an hour before you go to bed, read a book. No more video games. Brush your teeth, take your bath, take your shower, whatever. Get your jammies on, get in bed. We're going to read a book. Meditate. Kids can meditate. Wind their mind down. Slow it down. Don't let them play video games up until they go to bed. Watch what your child eats. Watch what they do. Watch who they play with. Pay attention. We all deserve a life of happiness, of love and respect and authenticity. Feed your soul, not your ego, and teach your child the same, to feed their soul, not their ego. Lift one another up. Encourage each other. Support each other. We're all worthy of that.